Hey there, how you doing? Welcome to Taking the PCast, part number 4, and we're all about Valentine's Day. Oh yes, it's a build-up and a pre-build-up to the Valentine's Day show on the 14th of February at 7 o'clock, to which I'm performing at, wait for it, oh you already know, Arrow Vale High School, of course you do, in the theatre. Really excited, really excited to go back there and perform. I've obviously been there to see the venue before agreeing to it and signing up to that particular venue. But really excited. The theatre's crazy good. It's like a small mini Palace theatre. That's what I think of when I go there. So really excited. I spent the last week or so promoting. So last week I went over to Matchborough East and Matchborough West to the businesses, the big mechanical industry businesses, the motor businesses over there, the pubs, the food and restaurant places over there as well, the garden centres, anywhere I could think of or consider as being an option. They've seen me last week. The leaflets may not necessarily be up in their windows because some of them don't openly advertise anything other than their own business stuff. So it's in their canteens, it's in their staff meetings, rooms, those kind of things. Those that have put up my leaflet will either put them up in the window if that's an option for them. Otherwise, it'll go up on the notice boards, etc. Mainly in the food and the drink places. So that's quite good. Wednesday, Thursday this week was Residence Day. So you guys probably didn't see me as much because I was out during the day, out and about, putting leaflets through your doors or through every other door or every few doors, just because I set them out of leaflets. So if you didn't get one, don't panic. But on Wednesday, I was out in Matchborough East, covered the whole of Matchborough East, and I spent a lot of time in Matchborough East when I was younger. I wasn't brought up there, I was brought up in Matchborough West, and grew up there, but I spent a lot of time with mates, etc., over in Matchborough East, so I do know it quite well. And some of the closest were massive, and I didn't realise this because I haven't been to every single place in Matchborough East. You don't tend to do that, you don't tend to just walk around every single close or every single lane. But I didn't realise how big it was. I parked up at a couple of the closes and sort of thought, right, okay, let's tackle this close first. And then you think, oh God, I've only got like 15 leaflets for one close. And so how many houses it is? Like 30, 40 houses. And you're thinking, it's not enough. So you have to be quite selective, don't you, really? My method, and I will happily share it with you, is, so the way I look at it is, I see if there's several cars. It sounds a bit creepy, don't worry, I'm not trying to rob you, I'm not a burglar, but I look really at sort of the idea if they've got lots of cars in the drive, you've got lots of cars in the drive, that's a better spread of people, isn't it, really? There's a few people that might be available to come to the show, or more people in the house, potentially. So, the laws of averages, really, if there's 3 cars, hopefully that means there's up to 3 people in that particular household, or more, in that sense. If I see people out and about, leaving the houses or going into the house, I've approached them and given them a leaflet to say, do you want to come along? Just because I can speak to them, and explain to them what's going on. For everyone else, though, and that's a good 90% to 95%, you randomly were chosen. Chosen, lucky people. My Willy Wonka golden ticket leaflet, that's what it is. But yeah, basically you were chosen at random. So I'm hoping that you can come along because you've got a leaflet, of course. Because secondly, you're not a million miles away from Arrow Vale High School. Matchborough East and Matchborough West, I've picked essentially those lanes and closes that are closer to the school in the hope that it's not too far for you to travel to get to the actual, venue itself. Hopefully you're all free. I appreciate that the 14th of February, one, is a popular day, being Valentine's Day, of course. If you haven't got any plans, perfect place to come. It's Arrow Vale, come and see me. Second reason I also appreciate is we're starting to hit that school term holiday, aren't we, really? And when we hit that point, it's a bit sort of people want to go away, they have plans, they've got kids to look after, that kind of thing, which is great, fine. Babysitter, there's the plan, or get a family friend member to look after the kids. It's only for an hour and a half at a push. And again, because I've been promoting it in Matchborough West, quite close to the venue, so it shouldn't take you too long to get back home again. And more importantly, you get a night out. You get to laugh with me, you get to joke with me, you get to hear my material, which is very much storytelling kind of thing. So, and secondly, well, I've said this many times on all the other podcasts, but how many comedians out there are there from Redditch? How many comedians out there are doing a free show? And thirdly, how many comedians, really want to be promoted in that sense and are local? It's not many even from the Midlands or, Worcestershire in that sense as well. So, it's one of those. I appreciate all support, and that's what I'm after, really. You come along is support. Bums on seats is support, isn't it, really? There is a donations box that I'll be bringing with me on the day itself. I've said about donations before in the past. It's to go towards the venue, because obviously I've paid for the venue to hire it out for the evening and all the other venues that I do. So please do donate generously if you're happy to do so. But yeah, I'm going to see you on the 14th of February. So Wednesday, Matchborough East. And Thursday, in the pouring rain, I tackled my stomping ground at Matchborough West. And similar to Matchborough East, I know Matchborough West a lot better. I know pretty much every close. I've been within reason to every single close in Matchborough West. Not so much Ipsley, and I did go to Ipsley. You probably, anyone who was looking out their window saw me in Ipsley probably thought, who's this crazy guy? Does he even know where he's going? Like, turning down side streets and doing a turn around the car and driving back up the other lane and thinking, did I go down the right lane? Getting a bit confused. So yeah, spinning the car around quite a bit. And so again, I got to Ipsley and it was a bit running out of leaflets because my full plan, and it was executed almost perfectly apart from the weather, which was ruining things a little bit. So if you've got a damp leaflet for the door, know that it's probably a good thing because it would have otherwise disintegrated if it had been in my hand much longer. So I was quite quick. On top of that, my hands were like ice by the time I finished posting all of those leaflets through the door. But yeah, so started off down at Breaches Lane and then worked my way right the way up to Greensward Lane and then past that to Ipsley. And yeah, worked through every single close, picking and choosing which houses to put it into because again, 10, 15 leaflets I had. And the reason I didn't have many leaflets, I'll say this really straight to the point, there's only me doing it in terms of posting. I didn't have friends or family or anyone available to come and help me, so I went and did it myself, essentially. So in case you're wondering, why did you only have a few leaflets? Surely you put one for every single door. Well, two things. One, I'm not like a fast food company. I didn't have leaflets to cover absolutely everywhere. And secondly, I'm on my own. Usually they get someone to do it for them. They'll hire 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 people to go out to these places and make sure every single door is covered. Yeah, I didn't. So if you're one of the few who got a leaflet, fantastic. But to be quite frank with you, I've been promoting it on socials. I'll be more than likely in Morrison's and Arrow Vale Lake potentially on the weekend as well to draw attention to my tickets and the show itself. But yeah, so I've done my best. So yesterday was all about Matchborough West through Breaches Lane, so Ashton, Brinclose, up through Ethorpe, gives it kind of close towards Maxstoke, all these different kinds of areas. And yeah, posting leaflets through pretty much every single door. Grendon, I was at last as well, and then went up to Greensward Lane, right and close, and all these other closest down there's at Wolverton in Ipsley. I was down that area as well, posting things through letterbox. If you saw me and you thought, what's going on here? Don't panic. It's perfectly normal. I wasn't some weirdo. Admittedly, I was wearing a cap for bits of it, and I was also wearing a hood, so I probably looked a little bit shifty, but it was raining firstly for the hood, and secondly, the cap is to protect my glasses, because otherwise I'd be completely drenched and wouldn't even be able to see, so it'll be useless. The hoods, in the wind, they get blown back, don't they? They get completely blown out of place. So there's no point just relying on a hood to keep my glasses from going dry. So I wore a cap yesterday. So yeah, anyone who looked out the window thought, what the hell? Or anyone who gets, I guess, a Ring or an Arlo, because I've seen a lot of those yesterday, video sort of recording of me, you'll see I was literally just putting a leaflet through your door. So don't panic. Don't stick me on spotted. Some picture of me, some weird guys in blah, 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 lane or close. Have you seen this person acting shifty? I wasn't shifty, not really. So yeah, covered all the Matchborough West yesterday. Pretty happy with my spread in terms of what I did and got all the leaflets out and about. So yeah, really good coverage. Right? So yeah, hopefully you guys can come along. Again, it's 14th of February at 7 o'clock at Arrow Vale. Come a little early, sort of 7:15, 6 at the earliest, no earlier than that, because I'll still be setting up. So yeah, pop along. If you haven't got any tickets or you aren't able to access them, my plan on the day itself, so on Wednesday evening, probably around about 5:30ish, I plan to drive to Arrow Vale Lake and Morrison's and collect what's left, and even Abbey Stadium to collect what's left of the tickets and take them to Arrow Vale. So if there's anyone who wants to just turn up on the day, on the evening, there'll be some tickets available for that. However, grab your tickets beforehand, just so you guarantee you've got them, because I have no idea what kind of knock-on effect all those leaflets are going to do to the houses in Matchborough, to those that are available. As I say, I appreciate it's busy. In particular, that particular day is busy. It's a sort of a special, momentous day to a degree. If people celebrate Valentine's Day in that sense. On top of that, you've got the school holidays, so I appreciate all that. But make sure you don't miss out. Grab a ticket. That's why I've put them in easy, accessible places to a degree. Morrison's is around the corner. The school is even closer for you guys if you're by Matchborough West side. Arrow Vale Lake if you're going for a wander, or want to go for a walk, or those that are a bit further afield, but come to Matchborough, happy to attend. It's not just a Matchborough show. Just because I'm in Arrow Vale, don't think I'm thinking Matchborough, and that's not. I'm merely targeted that because it's probably easier for the guys in Matchborough to get to. But I'm open. The first 2 shows I had people from all around Redditch come to those, even though the one was in Winyates, the other was in Oakenshaw. They weren't necessarily residents from Oakenshaw or Winyates, which is fantastic. So come along regardless. For those that are further afield, those are saying Abbey Stadium. Pop over to the Abbey Stadium or the 3 venues if you're not a million miles away. So do come along. I'm really excited. Very, very excited to perform in front of you guys. Old school as well. Being my old high school at Arrow Vale. So yeah, I've seen the venue. Really enjoyed it there. Sort of prepping and sort of testing out the sound, etc. So yeah, really excited. So do come along. All right. Do come along on the day. If you've got no plans. Even if you have plans, work around it. It's an hour and a half at a push. So it's not going to be that long in terms of the show. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited to be performing at my old school. Show number 3 it will be in terms of my Young at Heart tour. I've already done Oakenshaw and Winyates, so Arrow Vale is my Matchborough coverage. And then just to finally mention, the final 2 places are Windmill, which is going to be Headless Cross, Crabs Cross, Walkwood, that kind of area, and then Batchley. So those are both in March. But this show is all about Valentine's Day, 14th of February. I'll be out and about potentially on the weekend at Morrison's in the afternoon, evening, very early evening, and maybe Arrow Vale Lake on the Sunday, potentially outside the boathouse. But those 2 places are where the tickets. So even if you see me there or not, grab them. All right, grab those tickets before they all go. I am pushing for this particular show because I'm really excited. So ladies and gents, please do come along. All right, I'm really excited, and I'll potentially see you on the 14th.